Hey guys, Pete Nowaskey here with Nowaskey Extreme Performance. This 2020 Softail is looking awesome. I cannot believe how great it's turning out. Of course, Slick had a rendering of this in the beginning, but when you see it come together in person, it's just amazing. I'm getting goosebumps here. Jake is doing a phenomenal job getting it put together. I am loving these green handlebars. It just really sets this bike off. So this is the beginning of episode 4. We're actually gonna be wrapping this bike up in this episode. So Nick's gonna have his work cut out for him, trying to edit all of the high points and the cool stuff into one video, because it's gonna get awesome really fast right now. I don't know how he's gonna pack it all in. But Jake's gonna get to work. We're gonna get this sucker put together and we're gonna debut it at Sturgis 2025.
We're gonna start putting the controls on here. I'm gonna get the twist grip sensor in, get everything ran down here. So all the wiring should be wrapped up here pretty quick. One thing I will mention is, so as you can see here, we have the ABS brake line on. So we discussed it and we are going to turn this bike into a non-ABS bike. It's a performance-based bike. We want to shave weight and we want to get rid of stuff that's going to hinder performance, such as Nick doing burnouts or any of that stuff. So we will be eliminating all of this in this episode. So that's one of the things I'll be working on after I get all the controls on for the bars. I have the bars wrapped up. I need to put the clutch cable and perch on, brakes. I'm waiting on brake lines, should be here today, which brings me to the next part of the video. So, told you guys that we are going to be eliminating the ABS. Originally I had planned to use it, and then Pete and I discussed it and decided that being it's a performance build, we're going to eliminate it because we want to get rid of the weight and we want to get rid of the limitations that the ABS has on some of the performance parts. We are going to put on a S&S exhaust for Nick, and when I'm ever switching out an exhaust, I'm going to take out the old exhaust gaskets, put in new exhaust gaskets. Most kits come with them, but either way, it's two different parts that are mating that weren't mating before, so I want to make sure that it all has fresh components. So I have a bearing seater that we typically use here in the shop to seat the tapered bearing or tapered exhaust gaskets. So just a little trick that we use here at the shop that Pete actually taught me. I want to talk about this a little bit. This is a Thunder Max ECM. It is a fully programmable ECM. It's what we use here in the shop. We want the best, so we go with Thunder Max. I want to thank the guys over at Thundermax for giving us a chance to put this on Nick's bike. Here we have Nick's Advan Black carbon fiber rear fender. I want to thank Advan Black for helping us out with this project. I installed the tail light. Everything had the stock mounting brackets for transferring from a regular fender to this fender. It has all the holes you will need for different mounting applications. And I switched everything over from Nick's stock fender, so I'm going to put this on. Another goodie we have here going on is also an Advan Black front fender for a lowrider, S, ST, I believe any of the Softails with the inverted front ends.
Carbon fiber, bunch of different products like set it up.
Carbon fiber. Harley.
They got these cables lined up.
Nicholas.
Lined up. One guy.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I live with
Next I'll be installing the SBC crash bar for Softails. You can find this at Nowaskey.com. We got the inner fairing on mounted. This is going to be the Advan Black ST inner fairing and actually the carbon fiber outer. We'll be putting that on after I install the headlight. So we decided to go with the Shark Demon from Custom Dynamics. Comes with a nice little mounting bracket and everything will just sit in there nice and I don't have to figure out a whole new headlight situation. So I'm gonna install this now. We have the ST fairing installed with the carbon fiber front. It looks pretty good. I know Nick's really digging it. The headlight's in, windshield's on, so I have everything wrapped up there. I need to make a small jumper harness from the headlight to the wiring in the chassis. Then we're going to go to brakes. Like I said, we were limiting the ABS, so I have to take this off. I have to get the spacer I need for it and get one for the rear, get the chain on. I'll be on to switching over the guts from the fuel pump and everything from the stock tank to the Advan Black knee cutout tank. And then we're getting to the point of wrapping it up. It's crunch time. I have about 8 hours to finish this, so I'm gonna be trucking here. Now I'm going to work on installing the SBC rear crash bars for Softails. So these are going to go right here. I had these mounted already, the frame rails, and now I'm going to remove the bolts. I'm going to put these together. It comes with a spacer that comes down here, a couple spacers that go in there, and I'm going to work on installing this. Available now at Nowaskey.com. So I have a EK 530 O-ring chain here. Decided to go with the black and gold for this build. We typically do a chain drive when we get higher horsepower bike. This will eventually be a higher horsepower bike, but there's two reasons you do chains. You either do them for aesthetics or for horsepower. So this one's also kind of for aesthetics. So I'm gonna install this chain right now. So it's been a long day here. We are getting dangerously close to being done and putting the bags on right now. Now, like I said in the beginning, this started out as a lowrider S and we turned it into an ST. So I'm gonna put the bags on, I'm gonna get the tank on and get everything ready for Slick to wrap over the weekend. I have to start making trips out to Sturgis, so I will be back Sunday to wrap this up. This is wrapped up to the point where Slick needs it to be to start putting some graphics on it. Hey guys, so we're out here in the Black Hills to wrap up this video, and I am standing here with Nick's completed 2020 Lowrider ST, which started as a Lowrider S. We got everything on. Nick's been out here ripping it for the last week and that. He loves it. And we want to say thanks to SBC Performance, Trask Performance, Thunder Max, and Advan Black for helping us with this build. If you want to find any of these parts, you can go to Nowaskey.com. They're on our website. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.